Alrighty, guys. Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well out there. So we're going to break down SoFi, do a quick update here on the charts, my thoughts, and go over where I bought more SoFi stock yesterday, guys. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get your free money. It's free money, guys. Who doesn't like free money? Up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to starsurfest.com/moo guys. And of course, all those links down below help out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So SoFi, as I'm sure you guys know at this point, everybody knows, has been downtrending for quite some time. And today when I'm making this video, it is down another 2 cents, 0.4% in the red, and we hit $6.20 earlier in the day, which, mind you, when we hit that point, we took out the lows from yesterday being around, yesterday we hit about $6.26, and again, I bought more shares yesterday. We'll talk about that in this video. So the downtrend essentially is continuing, right? Day after day, it seems like, week after week at this point. And the whole downtrend began, it's been downtrending for a while, but it got worse. It accelerated after the Qatar Investment Authority, Agency, Authority, they were in pre-IPO, right? They ended up selling out completely $138 million of stock. Boom, they dumped it, and it's been selling off ever since, right? And with that news that we got, we ended up getting the descending triangle here, which I've been talking about. This ended up playing out, right? You guys can see we had support at around $6.80 to $7 per share, but at the same time, we were making distinct lower highs for quite some time, all year pretty much, right? Since January, we were making these lower highs, boom, 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 boom. This isn't news, right? And we ended up, again, taking out that 680 level, and it's been getting worse. The sell-off has been accelerating ever since. And to me, guys, the more and more we go down here, right, the more we sell off, the more the bad news is priced in, right? So I feel like personally, I could be wrong here, but if you're buying shares in this $6 window, if we get the $5 even, a lot of the downside is already priced in, right? You're being, you're kind of protected from the downside, in my humble opinion, right? Not to say it can't go lower. It could definitely go lower. We never know how low a stock could go, right? For all we know, it could go to zero. I mean, it's possible. But in my opinion, again, the lower we get, the more the negative, the downside, all the negativity around SoFi is priced in. And in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before we get a rebound. And I'm sticking to that, right? A lot of people in the comments are like, Stas, you got SoFi wrong. Oh my God, you're an idiot. And at the end of the day, guys, I've only been investing in this company for 4 or 5 months at this point. You're acting like I've been in it for years, right? A lot of the time, and it's funny, it goes to show how many, it's not a lot of you guys, but some people out there, they just don't know how investing in stocks works, right? They just don't get it. Just because you buy a stock doesn't mean it needs to go up right then and there for it to be a successful investment, right? It takes time. Sometimes you buy for a year or two, the stock doesn't do anything, then all of a sudden, the third year, it shoots up 400%, right? And then you make all your money after 2 years, right, of holding it. Hypothetically, that's not necessarily what's going to happen with SoFi, but just in general, right? That's kind of how it works sometimes. Sure, sometimes you buy stocks and they go up instantly, like Nvidia, for example. A lot of people have been spoiled by Nvidia, right? But that doesn't happen all the time. It actually rarely happens. Not rarely, but I guess if you're in a bull market, a lot of stocks you buy end up going up. But not the case here with SoFi, which I feel like is getting to a pretty good value here, right? And again, if you're in under $7 in the $6, $5 range, right? you are in my opinion, with a lot of the downside, arguably all of the downside already priced in. So for me, guys, I bought more shares yesterday at $6.35, and now across my accounts, I've been able to get my average cost, I think, down to about $6.70 to about $6.80, accounting for all the accounts that I own it in. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that. And if I was in at $10 or $11 or $12, I would think a lot differently, right? But the fact that I'm in the $6 range now makes me super happy, considering the future, at least what I believe the future of the company will be, right? And if I pull up these other time frames, maybe the 1 year chart, now you guys can see we've officially hit a low on the 1 year chart. We're now we're about 50% lower from where we were about a year ago. Yeah, last July, guys, we were at $11.70. Now we're at $6.20. So we're down pretty much 50%. And on the 3 year chart, we're getting pretty close to that $4 low, $4 or $5 low, which I don't think necessarily will go back into the fours. It's possible. I don't know. But yeah, we're getting pretty beaten down on SoFi, guys, to the point where I'm even considering now buying some leaps, longer term call options, right? Let me actually pull up the options chain and show you guys. All right, so here we are in the options chain, guys. And again, I'm looking at leaps right now on SoFi. So let me pull up some longer term calls that I'm looking at here. Let me actually pop them up. So if you look on the January 16th, 2026, pretty much as far out as you can go. Let's pull this up and see if it wants to load. Come on, guys. There we go. If you look at these $10 calls right here, guys, the amount of open interest is insane. Let me actually pull it up and show you guys. Sorry about this. It's actually very slow today. But yeah, look at that open interest on the $10 strike that expires again in about about a year and a half, I guess, from now. So we can see the open interest here is at 114,000. So a lot of people are betting that these will be essentially extremely profitable, right? So we can see the asking price is $1, or the ask price, is $1.22. So multiply that by 100. You're looking at $122 per contract here, guys, which is pretty reasonable, right? And there it went up to $124. So boom, you could have made a nice little profit there if you were day trading it. But yeah, man, this is one that I'm looking at. Maybe to throw $1,000 into it, maybe $2,000, and get some exposure there in some leaps, right? And if we come down a little bit more, even the $7 calls that expire, in a year and a half, these have a ton of open interest as well. We're talking about 48,000 open interest. They're a little bit more expensive. Obviously, they're closer, almost in the money essentially here. And they're trading for $1.94 ask price, so times 100, almost $200 for a contract. So these are not expensive by any means, guys. And if you believe that SoFi in 2026 and heading towards 2026 will become more and more profitable, and the stock price will go up to $15, $20 a share, maybe $10 to $15, right? More reasonable. These could be wildly profitable. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled on these calls, guys, over a year out, and these even as well on September 19th, 2025, a bit sooner, obviously, than 2026. These are trading even cheaper. Look at the $10 calls that expire in September 2025. The open interest isn't that crazy. Not many people are on these, but yeah, 96 cents times 100, $96 for a contract. You can't really beat it, guys. Not too bad if you want to take that additional risk. If you're super bullish on SoFi over the longer term, right? These could be, like I said, wildly profitable. So that's a quick breakdown, guys, as to what I'm doing right now with SoFi. Again, I bought more shares, not options yet, but I did buy more shares in SoFi, bringing my average cost again across accounts to about $6.80, 85 cents, somewhere in that ballpark. And like I said, guys, if you're in under $7 in the $6 range, I feel like a lot of the downside is arguably priced in already. I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and check out the Patreon if you guys want to see all my moves in the private portfolio. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, guys. Get your money. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you later.